So, welcome to India. This is your first time, I guess.
Yes.
How are you finding it so far?
Are you finding it so far?
I arrived a day later than the other guys, so I only arrived this morning at 6 a.m. And the only thing I saw is the hotel and the way to this campus. So here's where these guys
because we were here a few hours earlier. We have seen a little more of the hotel in the road.
But we had a terrific dinner last night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you had. So, Hyderabad is famous for its delicacies. So, how did you find it?
We had kebab for starters, which was really, really good. And we had different kinds of curry for the main course. And for dessert, this was a whole new experience, right?
Yes.
I don't even know what it is. But it was yellow and
yeah, that is biryani.
Like
biryani.
Rasmalai.
No,
Yeah, you had rasmalai.
Rasmalai. That's a sweet over here.
Yes.
That was that a sweet dish?
It was sweet, yeah.
That's
I really
called
liked
rasmalai in India.
Rasmalai.
Rasmalai. Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. So you find the food pretty good down in India.
What else would one need to try?
Biryani.
Biryani.
Hyderabad is famous for biryani. So you should surely try that.
I really love Indian food.
The spicy rice.
Spice rice. Ah, yeah, I like that.
Alright, Marco, I saw on your website that you have this special love for Indian food.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why it was a very special evening for me yesterday. It was the first time for me having Indian food in the country where it comes from.
Being in India, this is the first time though. How is it? You just traveled. This concert has not even started. But how is it different from traveling in say other European countries? Because you toured a lot of European countries.
Well, the traffic is different.
Of course.
Well, how's it different? It's always a hard question how things are different on stage or off stage. Well, as I said, the traffic is different, the people are different, you are all very friendly. So, for example, at the border patrol, you mentioned yesterday that your border patrol is very friendly and normally they're not. So normally when you enter like, but now they were, welcome, and I feel everyone has that mood, like really welcoming us.
Amazing. I'm really glad.
Really friendly.
Feel
I'm really curious to find out about Indian flexible time. I've read and heard in Germany that there is Indian flexible time in India. And well, today we experienced like a tiny bit of it when we were sound checking, and then we had to stop our sound check because apparently the boss of the campus was around, and he needed some quiet moments to have a discussion or sort some things out, whatever. And then we were told, okay, you need to take a 5-minute break, and then we waited for 5 minutes, and then we were told, okay, yeah, this might take maybe 15 or 30 minutes, and then we prepared for a longer break, and we just arrived like off stage in the green room, and we were told, okay, now you can go back to sound checking because the meeting is over. And so maybe this is what Indian flexible time is about, but I'm curious to find out.
Okay, your new album, Sacrificial. First of all, how is it different from your earlier works?
I'm on it.
Yeah, you're on it.
Makes a difference, right?
Yes, of course it does. No, in sense of the recording process, the composition, how was it different from the earlier albums that you've released?
Well, it's not such a big difference to the album before, because that was already a new start for the band. That cannot really be compared to the older stuff, because we did a new start with the band, with the Never Will End album. All that before doesn't really count for us anymore, so we don't compare us to the older stuff now. And I think that the Sacrificium is pretty much a continuation of the Never Will End album.
But congratulations.
The production process was a little bit different because we did some recordings in other studios, and the mix was done by someone else, stuff like that, which was not really an improvement.
Honestly,
yeah, we are not too happy with the mix of the album.
Honestly, I found it one step ahead of the last album. So this is my personal view. Is there a flow to the album? I mean, the arrangement of tracks. Is there a particular flow that you've had in your mind before? Say you're telling a story, song by song. Was there something before you, when you were making the songs? Was there something in your mind that you have to go? This song should come here. This song should come here.
Not lyric-wise, but yeah, musical-wise, I normally have a rough picture in mind of what the next album should be like. Overally, when I start songwriting, or it builds up with writing a few songs and then it gets more specific. But it was not that much of a case with the current album. That was more like, okay, let's see what happens when we start writing songs, and just start where we ended with the last album. And there was not that much of a plan, but just continue and see what comes out.
So you just
but for the Never Will's End album, there was a plan of how it should sound like.
So you just let it flow in the how it comes out in the previous.
Yeah.
Alright. You have released an album called India. So was it a long due for you to come to India?
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess back then we never thought that we would play the title song of that album here in India. I was really smiling when we did that this afternoon in the sound check. I don't know if you've seen it, but I was really smiling because of that. Because it was really funny to play that song for the first time, and I was never been dreaming of it.
Well, 10 years after the release is not that bad an occasion, right?
It's definitely not. You should definitely come back, at least for food. You've also mentioned in your website that Tiamat's Wild Honey album is one of your favorites. So has the album inspired you? And if it has, how has it inspired you as a musician?
The album came out in the year I started to play electric guitar.
Okay.
And also when I started to play music with other people together, not only alone at home, but I started to make music with a friend of mine who played drums, and we both were Tiamat fans, and then this album came out, and it was only like 2-3 months we played together. And we were really trying to write songs and to get a band together later maybe, and but we didn't know what sound it should be. And then this album came out, and I totally fell in love with that, and I was like, oh, this is the direction I want to go. It's really great. Also because I was a beginner on the electric guitar, and that album is pretty simple technical wise, like what the instruments are doing. But it has such an atmospherical and emotional impact, and that impressed me a lot, how you can achieve it with, well, let's say a little bit more or less experienced instrument playing. So it was really something I could do, and I could also try to write on my own instrument.
It's a masterpiece,
Yes.
I'm a big fan myself.
It's fun.
Diane, is that right? It's Diane?
Diana.
Diana.
You can say Diane.
Okay. You have quite interesting last 15 months.
Oh yeah.
The band, yeah. So first of all, you also are part of other band.
Yeah. I have a Dutch band. Progressive metal.
Yes.
Correct.
So how are you managing? I think you're also a vocal coach.
I am.
So how are you managing all these things yourself?
And I also make my own jewelry.
Awesome. That's brilliant. So
how
Started with metal strings, right?
What?
The guitar strings, right?
Yes, with guitar and bass guitar strings. In fact, I just got a recent fair price.
Fair price? Are we talking about the deals?
A new set of strings from Philip to make a new bracelet.
From the latest recording sessions. That's where the strings were used, so it's even more special.
But how am I coping with all? I'm very busy. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a matter of good scheduling, planning ahead, and actually Bruce has been laying low the last few months because we had the exchange of a few members, but we found a new guitar player recently, and we're getting back in business.
Yes. What is the next chapter for Xandria?
Well, as you might have seen on Facebook, we're releasing a new EP this summer. It has no title yet, but it will have 3 new songs, 1 or 2 covers, and 2 remakes of Xandria classics. So if you love them, you should really check that out.
It's intriguing.
And one more question. The trend in music keeps on changing. It's from dance music to pop to everything, but metal has been constant always. What would be the secret behind that?
I think the choice of instruments.